There's a kind of power that doesn't shout. Then it doesn't argue. It doesn't chase closure or beg to be understood. It's calm. It's grounded. And it hits the hardest when it's already too late. This is the power that grows in silence. The power that builds when you stop explaining your worth to someone who benefits from underestimating you. Most people think value is proven by effort, music, by how much you give, how much you tolerate, how long you stay. But real value shows up when you stop overextending. When your absence speaks louder than your presence ever did. And that's when a man realizes your value. Now when you're there doing everything, but when you're gone and nothing feels the same. This is the calm power that makes someone look back and say, I didn't see it when I had it. Let's talk about how that power works. A lot of people confuse calm with being passive. They see quiet strength and mistake it for weakness. They think if you're not reacting, if you're not raising your voice, if you're not emotional or arguing your case every single time, then you must not care. They assume silence means surrender. They assume composure means you've checked out. But that's not the truth. That's just how loud minds try to understand disciplined ones. Calm is not the absence of feeling. Calm is the presence of control. Is knowing exactly how much you feel and choosing not to let those feelings run you. It's emotional discipline. It's understanding that reacting impulsively gives your power away to whoever knows how to push your buttons. Anybody can explode. Anybody can yell. Anybody can react in a moment. That takes no skill. That takes no awareness. That's instinct. But staying calm when everything in you wants to respond. That's training. That's growth. That strength has been built, not borrowed. Think about real life. Think about arguments you've seen or ones you've been in yourself. The loudest person usually feels like they're winning in the moment. They get their words off. They feel heard. But when it's over, they're drained. They replay the situation in their head. They regret what they said or how they said it. Meanwhile, the person who stayed calm walks away with clarity. They remember exactly what happened. They didn't lose themselves in the moment. They didn't hand their power over to emotion. They stayed solid. Psychology supports this. Studies on emotional regulation consistently show that people who respond instead of react are perceived as more confident, more competent, and more valuable. Not because they say more, but because they say less with intention. Calm people don't rush to prove themselves. They don't need validation in real time. They understand that presence speaks louder than performance. When you stop matching chaos with chaos, something shifts. The dynamic changes. You don't give the other person the energy they expect. You don't feed the fire. And now they're forced to face themselves. They're forced to sit with their own emotions, their own behavior, their own instability. And that's uncomfortable. Most people don't like mirrors. All right? They prefer distractions. They prefer reactions because reactions make them feel justified. Calm removes that excuse. That's why calm people get misunderstood. People say you're cold. They say you're distant. They say you don't care enough. But what they're really saying is that they can't control you. They can't pull you into their emotional storms. They can't manipulate your reactions. And that loss of control bothers them. A man doesn't forget the woman who stayed calm while he was inconsistent. He doesn't forget the woman who didn't beg, didn't chase, didn't explode every time he pulled back. At the time, he might mistake that calm for tolerance. He might think she'll always be there. She's strong. She can handle it. Those who do not compromise their values. Those who do not surrender their peace for the sake of reaction. And in that remembrance, you leave a permanent impression. The woman who walks away with dignity, who refuses to compromise her worth, who does not chase validation, who holds her peace above all else, creates a lasting message. She teaches without saying a word the value of self-respect. She demonstrates the power of calm. She proves that true strength is in control, not chaos. And the man left behind for all his reflection can only reckon with what he lost. Realizing too late that the power she carried quietly was worth more than anything he took for granted. That is calm power. That is true strength. That is the kind of energy that outlasts arguments, outlasts drama, and outlasts resentment. It is walking away with self-respect intact, with peace unbroken, and leaving an echo that never fades. Calm power isn't about teaching someone a lesson. It's about choosing yourself. You don't need to make someone realize your value. Time does that. Distance does that. Silence does that. And by the time realization hits, you're already too far ahead to care. That's real power. Not loud, not desperate, just undeniable.